Hi everybody, Craft and Bev here, better known as Beverly. Um, this is take 101, you might say. It's like every time I try to do this, my computer dies or it's not loading or whatever. And on top of everything, I have had, not this last week, but the last 4 weeks before, the worst month I have ever had emotionally and everything else. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back. But thank you. For those of you who are new, this particular part of my channel is about my weight loss journey. I started out at 475 pounds, got down to 250, went back up to 350. Yeah, well now this recent I was up to 348, 347, and started losing my weight on a very unusual way of life. And I will explain that in a minute here. So if you're new here, please think about hitting the subscribe button, liking and sharing, and everybody else too, like and share too. Last time I talked to you, I was back to losing my weight because after the holidays, and everything was great up until I get a phone call that, first my caregiver that takes me to the stores on Thursdays, she got a better job, better pay, everything. I mean, I don't blame her. She's a single mom and she needs to do what she has to do. They have yet to have anybody take me to the store and everything on Thursdays. I have had different people every week, and out of those times, I've only gotten to go to the store once. Last week, in fact. Yeah, once. Then my caregiver that I have for the rest of the time, they called me up on a Thursday evening and told me that she was not going to be able to come back in for a while. And I'm just like, why? And they said she was hit. She was in a car accident. Turns out, and I've gotten to talk to her son, turns out she was hit head-on by a distracted driver. This person was texting while driving, crossed the yellow line, and just clobbered into her. Both her legs were broken. She's had to have 2, 3 surgeries, I think he said. Yeah, she's still in the hospital. So she will not be coming back for a long time, because even if she got to get out of the hospital today, she's still looking at 3 months or so before she can even start walking. So needless to say, the agency I've been using cannot seem to bring anybody in here that is supposed to do the work. So needless to say, and to give you an example on what it's been like, I have one person come in and I have what needs to get done on my whiteboard. She comes in, sits down here, and they brought her in, introduced me, and they left, and I said, okay, well, we need to get started because there's a lot that has to get done. And she goes, well, I need to start my paperwork. And I said, no, you can do that at the end of the shift. She goes, no, I do it now. I do it as I go. So I gave her 15 minutes. It took her 15 minutes to fill out the top part of the paperwork. And I asked her, why aren't you using the phone? And she goes, oh, I don't have a kind of phone that supports the app. Okay. So 15 minutes later, she finally gets done. And I said, I need you to go clean the bathroom. And I showed her where everything was. And she's like, you want me to clean this whole bathroom? I said, well, actually, I want you to clean the toilet, the whole toilet, and the shower floor. And she's just like, oh, that's an awful lot to do. And I said, no, it's not. I said, you're cleaning the bathroom. Haven't had anybody here for almost 4 days. You're cleaning the bathroom. So she finally gets done about 30 minutes later. Now, my bathroom is small. It's a small bathroom. It's big, but it's small. Took took her 30 minutes to clean a toilet, which isn't, it's not dirty. It just needs to be clean. And the shower floor. And the reason I had her do the shower floor is because the cats like to go in there and play. And I'm taking, well, up until here just a week ago, I'm taking like 8 showers a day because of my incontinency. So she gets done, comes out, sits down, and starts writing again. I said, okay, well, you don't need to start doing, but you've got more to do. Oh, I have to do this. And I said, you've got too much to do to be sitting there right now. There's a lot that has to be done. She goes, I have to do this. So 15 minutes later, she says, what else do you want me to do? I said, the dishes in the dishwasher need to be put away. The dishes, the pots and pans are in the sink need to be washed. And the counters cleaned off and everything. And she just kind of looked and everything. So it took her, it's not dirty. I just want things clean. So after she gets done with the kitchen about 30 minutes later again, so by now, see, 9, 10, it's almost 11 o'clock. And she's leaving in an hour. And I still have to I wanted the floor swept and mopped. I still wanted to get some work done in my craft room. She's sitting down again to do and I said, do that at the end of the show. She goes, no. I do this because you're a taskmaster, and this is a way for me to be able to take a break between everything you want me to do. What? And I said, you know what? Give me the paperwork now. And I took where it said 12:30, and I wrote, it was like 10:45. I crossed it out and I wrote 10:45. And I put on where's an area where I can put my own notes. I said, made her leave because only she seems doing is paperwork, and signed it. And I deliberately took my copy off and put it in my notebook. So I made her leave. I called up there and I said, why is it you're telling her that to make sure I don't become a taskmaster to keep filling out that? And she goes, what are you talking about? I said, she came in here and I said, as soon as you left, she's filling out the paperwork. Then I told her I wanted her to clean the bathroom, and it took her 30 minutes to clean my bathroom, what little bit there had to be done. And then she does paperwork. I wanted her to clean my kitchen. Took another 30 minutes to do that, and then she's doing paperwork. They're not supposed to do that until the end. I said, well, somebody ought to tell her that. She told me, you told her to do that because I'm a taskmaster. No. Oh, well. So then I said, you need to look at her notes because I wrote something on there, and I myself took the yellow paper off because I wanted to make sure and she got mad. I don't care. I want to make sure you guys saw what I wrote on there, and that I made sure she checked that, that her checkout time was at 10:45 because I'm not paying for her to do paperwork for an hour and a half. She's taking 15, 20 minutes to do paperwork all the time. And she goes, okay, we'll talk to her, da-da-da. That was the beginning of a series of caregivers that were total. I've only had maybe 1 or 2 that were worth their salt. And then when it came to those that came supposed to take me to the store, one comes in, well, actually, let's see, all of them that have come in, one came in and said, I can't have any passengers. I can go to the store for you, but I can't have any passengers. Why? And they said, why not? And she goes, I have a restricted license. And she goes, you should have told us this before we told you about this. She needs to go to the store. She has several places she goes every week. Well, I can go for her. I said, do you realize I'm housebound? And this is the only time I ever get to leave. And now you're telling me I can't go? I said, fine, I'm going to send you to Winco. I said, that's the only place I'm going to have you go because I don't like anybody else shopping for me on my other places. I'll send you to Winco. And she goes, why do I have to go to Winco? There's a Fred Meyer right there. And I said, Fred Meyer is too expensive. Albertsons is too expensive. I can't afford them. They're not that expensive. Yes, they are. Winco. So I made out my list, handed it to her, gave her $10. I didn't give her my card. I just gave her $10 in cash. It's the $10 I was going to use to turn into quarters for my laundry. Agency calls me up about 15, maybe 20 minutes later. Beverly, she wants to know if she pays for the groceries. Are you going to pay the rest of it when she gets over there? It shouldn't have been that much. I said, I have my Winco receipt right here from last week. And when I went to the store on the bus, and it was $8.44, and there's nothing on that list that's on this list, and nothing's on sale. So why? Well, how much more does she need? And she goes, she said it came to $13.50 something cents or 40 something cents. And I said, what on earth? And she's like, all I know. And she goes, no, I'm not paying her. I said, and how is it she got over there so quick? And she goes, I forget what she said. I said, well, no. I said, she's not buying what I said on the list. Somewhere or another, she screwed up and not buying what I want on the list. So she's back in 5 minutes. And I said, where did you go? And she goes, I went to Fred Meyer. And I said, I'm going to show you something. And I showed her what I bought at Winco the week before. And she says, well, that must have been stuff on sale. And I said, no. What I buy is very rarely on sale. 3 bags of cabbage. Then when I realized she went to Fred Meyer, their cabbage slaw is like almost $2, if not over $2. Their tomatoes are always over $1 something. Onions, sorry, but I'm not paying those prices. I'm not even for convenience. So I made her leave. I said, you know what? No, I'm not paying for Fred Meyer or Albertsons. And she wouldn't. And she specifically said, well, I'm not here to do housework. I was here to go to the store for you. I said, you didn't go to the store for me. So all I signed was for 15 minutes. Because I said, frankly, as I'm concerned, you did not go where you were supposed to go. Oh, come here, you spoiled rotten little thing. This is one of my cats, Penelope. She's a very lovable most of the time. She is feral. She is a feral cat. So she has her mean streak. Yes. But this is one of her favorite things. So let's just put it this way. I have had hassle after hassle trying to either go to the store or having anybody coming in here. This week alone, Monday, they called me up and they said, well, the person's not going to be able to come in. Something's come up and they can't come in to work for you. Fine. I said, and they go, do you want us to? And I said, what for? You guys never do find anybody. And they said, okay, well, so-and-so is going to be there tomorrow. Okay. Called me up Tuesday. So-and-so is, she says, unfortunately, the person we had signed up for you, she just called up and quit. Okay. Do you want us to find? No, you guys never do find anybody, and I'm tired of this. So yesterday, the person was supposed to be here in the afternoon. Beverly, we're not going to be able to be, she's not going to be able to be there. Why? She got hurt at previous clients and hurt her back, so she's not going to be able to come in today. Do you want us to try and see? And I said, no. I said, you have never found a replacement no matter what. And I said, as far as I'm concerned, you still haven't found replacements. And I said, so-and-so going to be here Thursday, tomorrow. And she goes, well, she's supposed to be. And I said, okay, fine. Waiting to see. Because it's another new person. And I said, are they going to take me to Winco? And she goes, she says she'll take you to Winco. Okay. So we'll see. But on to the news of my weight loss. And I told you about this week because of what's been going on. I've been so stressed out, I quit my diet. I quit. I was still eating my tacos every night. But I was eating also all day long. I was snacking on things, which bad. So last Thursday, when I kept trying to do this, I was back up to 283 pounds. So when Friday, I was talking to my daughter, and she goes, my youngest daughter, and she goes, Mom, you're just going to have to start, figure out a way to do things yourself, because it sounds like this agency is a bunch of crap. I said, yeah, that's true. Well, she ended up calling my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter came over later that day. She took all my trash out. She cleaned up my kitchen, which is not a lot. I mean, she did the basics. I mean, put the dishes away, cleaned my one pan that needed to be cleaned. What else? They cleaned my bathroom. Her and her girlfriend cleaned my bathroom. And she goes, Mom, Rain and I were talking, you're going to have to start learning, So we were figuring out, how can I take it? Well, I always have a bag of incontinence pads, and every other day I have a bag of cat litter. She goes, Mom, if worse comes to worse, take 3 trips down there or use a basket. Basket works. I'm able to take it down there and put it down the chute. It's heavy. I may have to start using more bags than I want to, because it's so heavy I almost didn't get it out of the basket the other day. So we'll see what happens. But the only thing I can't do is I sweat, but I can't pick it up. I need to find one of those dustpans that has a handle on it, a long handle, and do it that way. Mopping is another story. Having a problem there, because I can't. Trying to hold on to the mop is really difficult. But as I said, I got up to 283 pounds, and I thought, okay, that's it. So I will say this. I finished off the ice cream Thursday night. Yeah, I did buy ice cream, which I shouldn't have. And I ended up having I ate ice cream, and I had my hot cocoa and other stuff. So when I got up Friday morning, I was 283. So I got back on my diet the way I do. And for those of you who are new, I'm on a one meal a day type diet. And the only thing I have is, in the morning, I have 2 cups of 2% milk with 2 tablespoons of Nestle's Quick Chocolate Drink Mix. Shaken, not stir. I drink it in a mug, in a what do they call them? Jar canning mug things with lid, and I shake it. And I take my 3 pills in the morning, which is my multivitamin, my folic acid, and I take a blood thinner. So I take those in the morning with my chocolate milk. I do not eat again until around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening, and it's 6 tacos. I buy Old El Paso taco shells, which are 140 calories for 3 shells, and I eat 6. And I have meat that I prepare at the beginning of the month and freeze it and refrigerate it and all that, and that's what I use for my protein there. Cabbage slaw instead of lettuce, and tomatoes, onions, and my salsa. And since last Friday, well, actually, like I said, I weighed myself Friday morning. As of this morning, I'm down to 274. So I'm back on track. And that's even with Valentine's. Do you know how hard it is in this building to not eat chocolate on Valentine's Day? We had a little Valentine's get together, and I went down there, and I'm just like, so I grabbed a little plate, and I put about 6 pieces of candy on there. And I had 3 that night and 3 the next night, which was fine because it stayed within my calorie count, and I ate it with my meal. So I'm doing good. I'm quite a happy camper. I'm back on track. So if this will load, then you'll find out what my week was like. So we'll see what happens. As I said, I'm supposed to be able to go to Winco today. If she's not here by 10 o'clock, I'm getting on a bus and going to Waco myself, as much as I hate it because the weather is really hard on me. It's really cold and it's hard on me, but I have to go. I need milk. I need coleslaw. I need tomatoes. I need onions. So, but I am keeping busy. I'm getting a lot of stitching done. I'm working in my craft room to try and get that organized. Yeah. I might, instead of my craft room, start working on that table right there and start getting that more put away. That's a lot of my needlework and stuff kind of piled up and not good. So, until next week, or if I am able to get this to work, I might be able to do a floss tube later this week. Everybody have a good week. Everybody be kind to each other and be happy with yourself. Bye-bye. Toodles.